your chance, do your dance. Here's 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 your chance, do your shake it. Here's your chance, do your dance. Here's your chance, do your dance. Here's your chance, do your dance. Here's your chance, do your shake it. Here's your chance, do your dance. Here's your chance, do your dance. Here's your chance.
Here with Dante Bonamico and John WIlfong of the Bridgeport High School boys basketball team. You guys are heading back to the state tournament, third time in a row. Now, in the week leading up to that game, you guys will be here till Wednesday and then play down there on Thursday. What's going to go on this week to get ready, John?
Well, this Tuesday we're going down to Fairmont State to try to implicate what's going to be happening down the state tournament with the backdrop and getting used to a different court. So we're going to play at Fairmont State's court, try to get used to that.
Do you think that helps? I mean, you guys have done that in the past. Do you think that prepares you well?
I think it'll definitely help because it's a completely different court down there, so hopefully we'll be a little more accustomed to the backdrop and knock down some shots downstates.
All right. Dante, anything else to add?
Oh yeah, definitely. The week leading up, we do more of a walkthrough, rather than like an upbeat practice, running up and down the court, go over their personnel, what they're going to do, just stuff like that. So practice is a little bit different than it is during the season.
All right. You guys have had a pretty good season to this point. Take me through the highs and the lows of the season, any points that you guys really built upon, bonded. Dante?
Definitely think it was Bird. Losing to them 3 times last year, it really hurt. And we came into this season, not only looking at them, but our whole schedule. And I think we came out, in the beginning of the year and played well, and it carried over to the postseason, and we just went rolling.
John?
I think the EQT tournament really helped us out. We started out against Frankfurt, and our defense was slacking in that game. We gave up, I think, like 70 points or high number of points. And we made a big point to lock down our defense for the rest of the season, and we continued on the EQT tournament, played University next. Our defense got a little bit better. And then we played Morgantown, which was probably one of the biggest competition that we had all season long. And our defense ended up winning us that game, and it was probably one of the biggest wins that we had all season, so I think we built upon that.
A while ago when I had Nick and Donald in here, I asked them who they compare themselves in the NBA. Since we're at March Madness now, I'll ask you guys what former or current NCAA players you guys compare yourselves to. John, I'll start with you.
Well, I'm number 32, and Duke's my favorite college team, so I'd have to go with Christian Laettner. I just love his drive to win the game. He'll do whatever he needs to do to get that done.
All right. Dante?
I'm going back. Jalen Rose, who played at Michigan during the era of the Fab Five. I just like the way he came out, and he had a swagger about himself. Hard-nosed defensive player, and could get it done on the offensive end. So that's what I like about him.
On the team this year, you guys have a lot of characters, and you guys get along pretty well. What are some of the funniest things that have happened this year, John?
I'd say it'd have to be probably the home game against Bird at the end of the game whenever we had a decent lead. And I decided instead of taking a layup, I would try to toss a little alley-oop up to Nick.
How'd that work?
It got me sitting on the bench pretty quickly for the rest of the game. It was only about a minute left, but I got an earful from Coach Roby and got a seat on the bench.
All right. Dante?
Yeah, I get a good laugh out of John and Hunter Haddix going at it in practice. One day we were in practice, and Hunter got crossed up pretty good, and John asked him if he wanted to take him to skate world because he got put on some skates, and that had me laughing for a good bit in practice. I love seeing Hunter getting fired up. So.
All right, we mentioned March Madness here earlier in the interview, so I might as well ask John, who's in your Final Four?
I've got Kentucky, Michigan State, Duke, and Wisconsin.
All right, who's your winner?
I got Jalil Okafor taking this all the way with the W. Duke. Let's go.
Dante?
I'm going to go with my home squad, Notre Dame, Arizona, Virginia, and Duke. And I'm going to have the 2 ACC teams, Notre Dame and Virginia, in the championship game. I got Pat Connaughton, Zach August coming home with the title to South Bend.
All right, heard it here first.